Welcome back.
So there was an amazing video done by S&B Capital talking about different types of trades, right? A trades through D trades. Go into your search bar and search S&B Capital trade risk or trade quality, whatever. Just go to find the channel, find the video. I'll try to link it, but you should still go watch it. If you want to be a serious trader, go find the video and watch it. But we're going to talk a bit about that in this video. And the trade that I'm going to show you here in this video is what I would call an A trade. It's a high quality trade. I did 10 NQ short overnight pre-market, got 25 and so points. I'm going to show this trade in particular because people are always talking about different types of trades. Should I get in on this candle? When should I get out? And they're always approaching the market from this point of impatience and this need to trade, right? And you don't need to trade, guys. What you need is patience. You need to be very, very selective when you trade, even when you're scalping, right? Your scalps need to be highly selective. Your swings need to be highly selective. And people often make the mistake of thinking that, oh, because I'm scalping, I'm just going to get in and out and every single candle is an opportunity. And that's just not the case, right? Every single candle is not an opportunity. Not for you, right? Not for me, not for most people, right? Unless you can actually see a trade on every single candle, then it's not really an opportunity. At that point, you're essentially making a gamble. Now, as I've started trading more, I do think that trading is like poker, right? You essentially are speculating on the market, but you want it to be like poker and not by like flipping a coin, right? In poker, you know what cards are in the deck. You can see what cards you have, and you can get intuition about what cards other people might have based off of what the dealer deals out in front of you, right? And we can make an odds-based assessment of what we should do. Should we fold, right? Should we just pass the hand, go to the next one, keep our expenditure as small as possible so that we can stay in the game and buy in onto the next hand? That's what a lot of trading is. And then when we get a good hand, we go, we bet big and we collect some chips. If you don't play poker, really all that means is that there are certain hands that are better than other hands. And if you have a bad hand, don't play. A lot of you guys are doing D trades, these low quality trades, these low quality hands, and you're losing money all the time. So I thought that video was an amazing video. It was a great reminder for me, which is what I'm talking about in this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new here, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. You should too. Check out the Discord. I drop trades in there. Check out my buddy's Discord. It's called Trade Edge. His is paid, but he's an amazing trader. I'm honestly in that one all the time right now anyways, on voice chat talking. So if you want to hear me, definitely check out his Discord. And I'll be streaming here and there in my Discord still every once in a while, but I'm exceptionally busy. Let's get into it. Again, if you're new to trading, check out TradingView. I do have links in my Discord as well for NinjaTrader, which is another great trading tool that you all should use. If you do sign up, so I'm a funded trader on Apex. I need to make sure I add that link here. But yeah, if you do use Apex, it's a funded trader type deal. Actually move this so I can talk about this. What is funded trading? So if you don't know what funded trading is, being a funded trader basically means that you are trading someone else's money, right? And they do a profit split for you, usually 80-20 or 90-10. So you keep 90% of the profits, they take 10. It's really hard to do, right? To pass and qualify for that. Think about how particular you would be with someone else's money. That's how they are. Totally worth it if you're good, but you can also trade on Sim. So go ahead and check it out. Anyways, so here we have NQ Thursday, May 11th coming into Friday. And let's clean up our charts a bit. We'll turn off the visible range volume profile for now, and we'll just leave on the session volume profile that I have a bunch of lines here for different levels. So if you're brand new, these different lines are the support and resistance levels. The green ones are macro levels I've had for a while. The white ones are dynamic levels that I've added recently or over time, pre-market session, things like that. And just to show you what I mean by that, we'll add one right here. Why do I want to add one right here? Well, we see a touch right here in this time frame, another touch right here. And I bet if I go to the 15-minute, this is going to look even more clear for you all. So we'll put a dynamic level, do one right here on the bar closure, doing option J. And we also have these wicks. I'll just leave the wicks up there. We'll put it on the bar closure for now. So that's how I do my levels. Cool. So here's the trade. So the trade was from, let's do a measured move from the high of this bar down to here. There was 20 points there, and from the high, or this local high, from here down to the bottom here, 33 points. So the trade I got in was actually here, right? And I took it down for only like 25 points. So I missed the bottom there. I did get into, I had like a perfect entry, by the way. I think I got in at 48.50. I don't have Ninja on this computer, but that sounds about right. 48.50, wrote it down. I got into 30 points of profit. So I was super green, bounced. I took a look back and I was like, I think we're gonna range here, which we did, right? So we came back up, down, back up here, down, and did some other stuff. And then eventually, you know, we got back into the Friday session and we fell off, right? I could have woken back up and this would have been another great trade here, because I was thinking downside at this point, but I missed it. And that's trading. Sometimes you miss bigger moves, but you know, it is what it is. So why is this an A trade here, guys? And let's put that on the screen. Why is this an A trade? And to answer that question, we're going to zoom out to a higher time frame. We're going to go to the 4-hour chart. We'll clean up our 4-hour chart. We'll remove some more indicators, and we're going to leave the lines on for now because I don't want to remove them. So there's a lot of stuff. You'll see levels I've got throughout all of this price action from trading this every single day. But the reason this is an A trade is if we go even further back, let's go to the 8-hour. Actually, let's go to the 1-day chart. Look at where we are in the price action, guys. This is the tippity tip top of this price action, right? We could see that we're approaching these levels over here, right? And the last time that we were in this price area of this big macro range from, let's say, 12,870 where my cursor is now to, you know, 13,600, 700, right? 741. We put in this consolidation, put in these chop bars all throughout this price action. This is going to sound really, really simple, right? People always say that prior blah, blah, blah doesn't guarantee blah, blah, blah future results, right? I'll actually just say it. Maybe if you're new here, people always say that prior price action isn't predictor of future price action. And it is. It is with some subjectivity. So basically, I expect the market to do what it did at least one more time. This is some trading edge for you. That's a tip, okay? If we come up to a level, first time we get to that level, if we bounce previously, we're going to bounce one more time, right? It might be a small bounce, but we're going to test that level, and then maybe we'll do something new. We'll get a break, right? So we get a small little test. It might be a Wick rejection. That'll be your 5-point scalp. If you get a full-on rejection, then you get your large, like 20, 30-point wins. And that's something you can keep in mind. The idea of it doing it at least one more time for everything, right? Chop, bounces, rejections, putting in a doji, doing some weird shape. It happens all over the place. You don't have to take my word for it. You can look at a chart, put in a couple 100 hours, and you'll start to see this stuff. This is something that I've learned. I have it notes. So all this stuff that I do here, I put into a journal I have on Notion, where I literally put the setup, I'll watch it play out, copy and paste previous times I did that. I've started to build a database of price action. A lot of this is very subjective, but if you can see through the differences, you start to see what is the same. So we're at the tip top, right? In this macro price action. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what is most likely to happen? Putting in relative new highs overnight, right? We've been chopping, consolidating, right? We have kind of this channel, or not this channel, the support line, this trend line forming on the bottom, whatever you want to call it there. What is most likely to happen at this point in time? Go down to the 7-minute. It's another time frame that I really like recently, and think about it. We put in a new high. So the session closes over here, come up, test session highs. We put in a new high, we reject, we get back up to this new high, and either we're going to start putting in new highs overnight, or we're going to do what NQ often does overnight and range. Just think about it. We're going to range, and or we're going to set up for the next day. So we're not going to talk too much about the volume profile in this video, but you can use the volume profile and things like that to try to understand what the setup for the next day might be. So if I think the next day is down, then I need to think about, okay, what is the pre-market going to do, knowing that we want to maybe sweep this liquidity. If we want to sweep this liquidity, we're not going to run away from it. We're going to chop. So if we want to sweep this, that's a target. We need to get back to it. If we need to get back to it, we're not going to run away from it. Not too far. So we put in some new highs, came down, bounced. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what's the next target? We had this small bounce. What hasn't been tested recently? There's this area down here. So I was actually looking for a retest here, missed it, came down, we wicked here, and so I got out. At this point, I'm like, okay, that's a good trade. I actually wanted to hold it, and I'm glad I got out. I'm glad I didn't hold it. If I did hold it, I would have had to sustain this price action here. This wick would have put me red, honestly, and then I would have been back green. So this wick here might have shaken me out, or it essentially would have wiped out this trade, right? So this is a good exit. If I was awake, this is at 2 a.m. by the way. If I was awake, I would have reshorted here, caught all this, probably exited again because we hit this level that we see down here, right? That's my initial target. Then I would have looked short again. Why not play long, Forrest? You can 100% play both sides of this. I was looking short side though. I was expecting this move, so I wanted to be in on the short side, focus on the short side, be ready for that. But yes, sometimes I play both sides of price action, and you should too. But this is an A trade. This is an A trade all day, every day. When you talk about ranges, setups, and knowing what to look for, we have a clear defined area of liquidity that was put in, right? We have this little post-close flaggy thing. We come up, put in a high, we reject. We didn't sweep it yet, right? We came down, came up to the same area, rejected. Now I'm thinking, okay, where are we gonna go? Next target. It's dang near perfect. dang near perfect retest of this liquidity area. Come back up, we put a wick to stop some of these. This is a stop run here, so we get a little stop run wick here. Come up, smoke all these people who get scared, and then they put in the real move. I love NQ. It's a great asset to trade. A lot of movement, even on the slow days, small ranges. I talked about a video earlier. Let's go down to the 1 minute. I've been doing a lot of trading on the 1 minute, which I know I usually talk about. I started this channel talking about the 15 minute a lot. There's a lot of great price action on the 1 minute, guys. So if you can identify the things happening on the 1 minute, these little continuation, here's an oval pattern that I like to talk about. So we get a bounce here, we get into our oval. Once we get this candle here, this formation, boom, break. So you go long and you just go for like 4 or 5 points. So this is from what, 28 to 34. It's a good scalp. Rejects. Where does it reject? Rejects right here at this doji, right? So we come up to this price area, right, which becomes a ceiling. We reject, come here, right, and we're in this range. So I know there's lines on my chart. Ignore the lines, right? Use the lines when they're working, don't when they don't. I know it sounds like bullshit, but that's literally how you have to do it, guys. There's a lot of lines on my chart. You have to apply subjectivity, right? So there's market structure here. I'll do this again. There's market structure here, right here, and there's here and here. All of this comes a level. We'll put it in with J, whoops, dynamically. We'll just do a line here. So I'm playing that range in real time when I'm day trading, and get rid of all that. So that's a nice little continuation. Got these breaks down here, right? We put in a kind of a crappy oval here, up, comes back down to this price structure. Look at this retest here. Come right back down to this price structure. And then we run away, right? We put in this chop, market coils, then it expands. Coiling, expand. Coiling, expanding. Really good session overall. So these periods of consolidation, good A trade setups, right? Look for these. Let's talk about D trades. I'm not gonna talk about what's in the middle because I don't even think about it anymore. I think I literally, when I take trades today or the next few weeks, especially on Friday, I was thinking about this a lot, and then that's why I'm filming this video. But on from now, I have a checklist, a whiteboard next to my desk, and I'm asking myself, how high quality of a trade is this, right? Really, right? Am I really convinced, or am I chasing price action? So a low quality trade, in my opinion, getting in, it's hard to see what isn't a trade. Look at this here, right? I think this might be a good setup here. So we have this doji, we come up, and you can play this downside break. This is something you would need kind of like the DOM or the order book to know is gonna break right here, right now. I mean, we also had the time of day, it was 1:30. There's some speakers, so you could catch this. If you miss the initial break, chasing this, definitely a low quality trade, right? But in general, if you're putting in trades with uncertainty, the more uncertain you are, if like, I don't know, if we're putting in a trade because somebody else did, someone's like, oh, I'm going long here. Oh, I'm gonna go long, right? Be careful, guys. Even if it's me, if it's anybody else, try to understand what the trades are doing for you, especially with these scalps, right? When people are scalping, if my scalp is 3 points and I call it going long, I might have exited by the time you go long and it's already reversing. Any chasing trades, copying trades, definitely a low quality trade unless you understand the thesis there. But yeah, that was an A trade here. This trade here was another A trade, right? The big sell off, huge A trade. I mean, that's money in the bank right there. Catching those trades are really what you want to do as a trader. So something else I want to talk about is the screen time and practice for you all. So if you're a new trader, you've got to look at the charts as much as you can on every single time frame, and you got to take notes, guys. I literally talk about this all the time, but it's so critical for you as a new trader to put in as much chart time and subjective analysis as you can. So learn as much as you can, right? Read the books, watch my videos, watch other people's videos, put in the time, and keep applying the same math to the new information, right? Keep trying, do the sim. A lot of the people that lose money, honestly, and I'm always very blunt with people because you have to be, it's your money, right? I'm trying to save you your money, and I've lost a lot of money myself, so I get it, I want to get you there sooner than later. But a lot of people that don't improve or get stuck here are afraid to change their ways. They're doing the same thing more or less. And what they need to do is think, okay, is the trading that I'm doing even profitable? Are these even good trades? Like, what is your system? Do you have a system, right? If you're frustrated every day, stop, and quite honestly, I feel for you guys, but it's just not smart, right? If you're doing the same thing every day, if you sit down, you don't journal, you're just taking trades, you're frustrated, feeling defeated, you haven't changed a single thing about your approach to the market in 2 weeks, that's dumb. It's quite frankly dumb. And you're not dumb, but you're allowing these emotions and this defeated feeling to allow you to be dumb, do dumb stuff. So stop doing that. Take a breath, ignore people who are posting, oh, I just made $7,000. That's not for you, right? You're not there. And I know you want to feel FOMO. You got to get rid of that because it's going to happen at every level. right? You're gonna have a day where you make $5,000. Someone's gonna make $34,000. People are gonna make $50,000, $1 million. I've seen it, guys. Only thing that matters is you being able to get the money that you can get. You will improve over time, but there's no point in trying to be in the game if you're losing, right? Stop pushing back on people who are giving you, some of the advice seems cliche and whatever, but it works. You know, you're not good enough to skip the beginner steps. You're not. You're just not, guys. Doing this long enough, I've went through the phases. You are not good enough to skip the easy steps. You're not good enough to not journal. You're not good enough to, you know, hop onto the market, you know, at 9:35 and just hop in one way or the other, you know, but you can be. You need to put in the chart time. You need to do the basic stuff, tedious stuff, BS, read the articles, read a freaking book, go buy some books. It irks my gears when unprofitable people talk about not wanting to read books and stuff. It's just like, well, can't help you. Try my best, but I can't. Trading's really, really hard, guys. Like really, really hard. It's something I've been thinking about, of how hard it actually is and how long it actually took me to get here. It's exceptionally hard. If you're passionate about it, I want you to be successful because I love trading, but it's so hard, guys. And you need to treat it like something that's really, really hard. You need to treat trading like trying to do a solo climb of Mount Everest or something. If you mess up, you die. This is really hard. And I'm trying to think of if there's a different angle to talk about it to help you guys, but that's really what it comes down to. It's really hard, and a lot of people aren't doing the right work, right, to actually train for it, right? It'd be like trying to run a marathon and someone's like, all right, you got to put 30 miles in a week. And you're just like, can I just do like 5? And it's like, you're not going to be successful. And you just keep running 5 miles. You run 5 miles as fast as you can. And then the next day you go out and you're running the craziest 5-mile times. And you're like, dude, none of that matters because you got to run a marathon. And it's way longer than 5 miles. You need to be putting in like 30 miles, whatever it is. I've never ran a marathon, but you need to put in the right distance. You need to do the right things for what you're trying to do. Systems aren't working, change them. But that's it, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully this video helped you. Please subscribe, share this video with your friends. Definitely join the Discord. A lot of great stuff in there. Check out Soul's Discord. I have an interview with him. There's a link in my bio. Check that out. Or not a link in my bio. What app am I on? Guys, it's been a long, I literally just woke up for a nap and I was filming this video. There's a link in this video description to his Discord. There's an interview on the channel. He's a great trader. Check that out too. But with that, we'll end it and I'll see you later. Peace.